Hey there, Mouseketeers. Kate from PrincessMinnie here, and let's get right to the point today. We are here for a haul, a Disneyworld and Universal Studios Orlando haul. I was lucky enough to have a Universal Studios trip this summer with my husband and two friends of ours. We had a fabulous time at Universal Studios. That was in mid-July. I'm now filming this around mid-August, so the things that I got are kind of going to be a little bit surprising to me too, I bet. And we also did go to Disney Springs because Disney Springs is a must-do for me anytime I'm in Orlando. I'll probably talk more about that as the video goes on, but definitely feel free to make any comments about any purchases or questions about the trips down in the comment section. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. And it's just taken me a while to do this haul because I've had a really busy summer. As soon as we got back from vacation, I went and got a tattoo with my friend Katie from the channel Over the Mooney, and then a week later my husband and I headed up to Rhode Island where I did 2 back-to-back days of tattooing, and so kind of just didn't want to film during any of that process. So that's why this haul is coming up about a month late. And I will say that I did not post a lot on my Instagram during the trip, even though I planned to. Just in the trip, on the trip, I was very in the moment and I didn't really want to be on my phone more than necessary. So when this video goes up, I will start posting a couple pictures from that trip, and stay tuned for that if you would like to see those. All right, the first thing that I got, I just kept thinking about all trips, so I definitely made sure to pick it up maybe the second to last day of the trip, is this shirt that I am wearing. It does say Universal Studios. It has this cute little detailing on the arms, and what I really love about this shirt is that it is a crop. And it's not like the most aggressive crop I've ever seen in my life, but it is a crop, which is great for me because I love to wear a lot of like high-waisted leggings or shorts with crop tops. It's just a look I really like, and I feel really comfortable in that style. So, and I thought it was cool how it has this really high neckline. So it has the crop, but it's very modest otherwise, and I'm not the queen of modesty or anything like that, but sometimes you really want to just be covered, and so it's nice that those other areas are more covering than having more exposed plus the crop. And I also grabbed, for when it gets a little bit cooler out, this lightweight sweatshirt. Oh my god, I think this looks so incredible on camera. And of course it says Universal Studios Florida. I just had to have this. It was probably one of my priciest expenses of the trip, but I think I will practically live in this in the fall, the winter, and the spring. Especially because, you know, I'm not really a light jacket kind of girl too much. Like, I'll just throw this on top of whatever I'm wearing, or it'll be the main part of the outfit. We'll have to see depending on the weather. But I had to get myself these two. I don't know why. You'll rarely see me wearing things that just say Disney World or Disneyland. I do have one or two, but I really don't care to wear the words of Disney World or Disneyland. I really would rather wear like a park icon, like the castle, or a character. But when it comes to Universal, I do really like their logo for some reason. It just fills me with such joy. I don't know what it is. But those were two things I was super excited about. And then something else you can see was purchased for me in Disney Springs. I walked away from my group to go get a donut at Everglazed, and oh my god, I'm a donut connoisseur, I really think. It's like my favorite treat if I'm gonna have a treat. And Everglazed donuts were hands down the best donuts I ever had. And enormous, like absolutely enormous. Anyway, so definitely go there. But so when I was waiting in line, my husband bought me this little shoulder porg. The whole deal is he can actually sit on your shoulder. I haven't like tinkered with him and played around with that yet, but he has a little magnet in his bottom, and he knows I love porgs. I don't know that I'll really use it as a shoulder sitter. Maybe when I go back to Hollywood Studios next summer is the plan. Maybe I'll bring him on the Hollywood Studios day, but other than that, he'll probably be a shelf sitter for me, which is great, but he does make a lot of noises. Oh. So he's a cutie. He is pretty, he's been really sensitive. Now he's like losing some of his sensitivity maybe, I don't know, but I actually don't mind that. So the sounds are really cute, but for the most part, I really just like this sweet little face and those tiny little porg feet. Look at that little tail. It's super soft, so that was a really nice surprise. And I just remember John also bought himself a Chewbacca hat, which he's been wearing, so I don't have it with me. But I'll have to insert a picture of him wearing that Chewbacca hat. He loves it. He mostly wore it backwards, but he did, you know, he has worn it frontwards once or twice, and it's pretty adorable. He'll have to bring that next summer when we go to Universal Studios, or Hollywood Studios again, and have like a big Star Wars day. All right, digging into the first Universal Studios bag. The one thing I'll say is I don't think Universal Studios always has like the best merchandise. I do like their clothing though. So I usually do walk away with something clothing, if not something ride related, or character related. But I do like that at each of their parks they have like a really big gift shop that kind of has everything you need, and you don't always have to linger in the gift shops post-ride or anything like that. Okay, so I don't know what's in any of these. Oh, okay, so in the big bag that was more generic Universal Studios, we have a Harry Potter bag. We spent a lot of time in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and we did get wands. Maybe I'll show you those next before I forget them. Okay. This is something that my husband really wanted, and he doesn't buy a lot of stuff for himself. Like that Chewbacca hat was a surprise. So when he said he wanted this from the store, the Magical Menagerie in Diagon Alley, then I knew we had to get it. And so it is this little treat jar, and it says Magical Menagerie with little animal prints, I'm sure magical creature prints, all over it. And I said we could either put this on display or we could actually put our cat treats in it. So I think our cats would like a new cute little treat thing here, which we could even leave out on the counter or something because it's actually cute, whereas our treat container now is not. Let's talk wands. So unfortunately, when we went, the wand selection was almost zero. I'm not kidding. There were still like a bunch of Harry Potter wands, and there were a bunch of Dumbledore wands, but they mostly only had left characters from the Fantastic Beasts series. Like we went up and talked to somebody and they said, oh, we usually get our new wand shipment in on X day, and we were like so far away from that day. And so we kind of had to just go with what was left, but we did find stuff that we liked. So first I have, this is John's wand, and it is very, very cool. And I want to say it's Neville's wand, but like after Neville actually gets a good wand, because at first he was using his parents' wand, I believe. I'm gonna have to, yep, Neville Longbottom. But I think this is like his actual wand, because yes, like I said, I think in the books he's using one of his parents' wands. But so it's very pretty. It has 2 tones in color-wise to it, which is nice. It's not the longest in the world, which might even make it easier to do like the spells. But it's just kind of nice. It's simple but nice, and John absolutely loves Neville, so that really did work out. And then meanwhile, I got Nicholas Flamel. I forgot whose wand I got, honestly. So Nicholas Flamel, and I mostly got it because I just thought it was a neat wand, and when John first saw it, he said, that looks like you. So, to me. So since he really liked it, and I thought it was the neatest of all the ones that were available, I kind of wanted to get Snape's. And Snape's wand to me is nothing to write home about, but he's my favorite human character. My favorite overall character being Dobby, but of course Dobby doesn't have a wand. So mine is very long, and it's this very, very delicate, beautiful, very light wood with some reddish to it, I would say. And then the handle is just so ridiculously ornate. And I thought it was a really cool character, very like obscure character in a lot of ways. And then the detailing on it was just so lovely that I was like, you know what, sign me up. We didn't buy our wands right away because like I said, the stock was really low, so we kept hoping like maybe if we wait another day or two, then the stock would go back up, but it never did. So I kind of just went with it. I kept thinking about it the whole trip, those whole like 2 or 3 days while we waited to get our wands, and we really used them. We did like a whole morning where we did both parks and did like all the spells in both parks, which I highly recommend. Do not put your spell casting off till midday because it will be hard to navigate people, and it will be hard to even figure out where you're supposed to stand, and it'll just be a mess. Like, if you can, do it like first thing in the morning or before you leave, because it'll just be a more fun experience. You also won't have to wait in any lines for people to do the spells. So we have Neville and we have Nicholas Flamel, and we had 2 others back from maybe 2017. I have Luna Lovegoods, and John has Professor McGonagall's, because that's like his girl. So we're gonna really need to get a cool wand display to put all of these awesome wands on. Okay, we have 2 more bags left from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, although I think that this bag was given to us in the big store at the beginning of one of the parks, so theoretically something in here could be non-Harry Potter related. I got this mug that I don't remember what it is, actually. And so I'll kind of just do this whole bag and show them all at the camera at once. I have been dying for this pin, and I don't have a Harry Potter pin collection whatsoever, but this specific pin I needed, and I've been dying for it for years, so I finally got it, and it is a chocolate frog box pin, and it's super big. The box is gorgeous, and then you can open it up and there's a chocolate frog inside. So chocolate frogs are my favorite imagery from Harry Potter. I want a chocolate box tattoo. I just really love this. Like, it's super thick and substantial. It is weighty. A lot of them had a ton of flaws on them. Like, a lot of them had super big scratches. This one isn't even 100% perfect, so I don't know what that's about. But that's okay. I'm not going to be like staring at this all the time, but I am definitely going to find a really good space for this. I just put a pin board up downstairs in our house, and I have to fill it, and this will probably find its way there to a really big space of prominence. Okay, then next, I know the other thing in this bag is Harry Potter related, and it's actually a gift for my husband for Christmas. I did make sure he liked it, and he did. And so he'll forget about it though. It is this Hufflepuff really nice knit scarf. It feels so comfortable, and I think these colors just work really well together. I didn't love the other house scarves as much. Like, I didn't get a Ravenclaw one for myself, but I don't know, there's something about this specific color scheme that I think is gorgeous, and I don't think it's gonna also scream Harry Potter, because there's no, like, it says Harry Potter on the tag, but other than that, it's not like there's a big Hufflepuff mascot on it or anything like that, a big Hogwarts crest. So it's like, if you know, you know, but if you don't, you just think it's a cool scarf. So I think he will really like wearing this. And let's find out what this mug is, because I don't remember. So again, that's one of those like little surprises. I'm so happy I got this. Okay, this is a character I'm absolutely obsessed with. It's the Grinch. I love the Grinch. And I just got one of those like 2-tiered trays, like display trays for my kitchen. And so when it comes to Christmas time, I'm going to definitely make a whole display on that 2-tiered tray with the Grinch and other Christmassy things. And so this figural sculpted mug will be a display piece. I will not be drinking out of this. It feels weird to drink out of this, honestly. I feel like things will just like slosh around all over. But I bought it as a display item, so couldn't be happier. Less happy looking at a $25 price tag, but I guess it is pretty special, and I'm just totally in love with this. Okay, and we got one more bag, but I believe this is not actually Harry Potter related. I think I bought this just at a different store, but they gave me a Harry Potter bag. You can probably tell it's a tumbler. I forget exactly what it looks like. Oh my god. I am so happy I bought this. So I need to start drinking way more water, especially when I'm at work. So I think this will go to work with me. I'm obsessed with this very pinky color. Okay, I think we're ready to move on to Disney Springs stuff, and let's start with something really unique, I think, which is this bag from the Boathouse. We ate at the Boathouse for the first time, and it was wonderful. It was so nice in there. I highly recommend it. We put it off definitely because of the high price tag, but we were with friends, and we thought it was a really fancy, but like also kind of casual place to go and get some drinks, and I think I wound up just having like an appetizer and a salad maybe. We shared like an app for the table, and I just had like a salad. So you don't have to spend a fortune to eat there, but you definitely can. And I would 100% go back. I bought some earrings, and I just think they're so pretty. It says 18 karat gold plated. They're super sparkly. I kind of want to wear them today, so I might put these on as soon as the video's over. I don't think that those showed up that well on camera, honestly. I tried to show how shimmery they were, but they are really, really shimmery. And those were about 20 bucks, I think, and that gives you a good estimate of what the stuff in their gift shop costs. That's kind of on the lower end, but they do have a lot of jewelry selection that's in that range, so that was pretty cool. Then, of course, we had to go to a few stores in Disney Springs, and one of my favorites being in the Co-op, the Wonderground Gallery. So I have two things right here. One my husband bought, and one I bought. Like, so we were not together making these decisions. We were hanging out with our friends kind of separately at that point, I think. But I'll show you John's first to kind of give you an idea of like his taste, and then I'll show you mine. We're actually going to create a little gallery wall with these kind of prints as we are redoing our living room. So the first he got is from Star Wars. It has Mando's ship, the Razor Crest. I'm going to have to take these out of the plastic, I think, and I'll do that before I show you at the camera. But then it also has some Stormtrooper helmets on spikes, so very cool. Oh, we have all the characters from the Country Bears, and the Country Bears is one of our favorite shows. It really wasn't for a long time, but then our last Disney trip, it really hit us. And then I think he bought this one for me. It's Gigi from the Enchanted Tiki Room. I'm not the world's biggest Tiki Room fan, although I do enjoy it, but my favorite part are the showgirl birds, and I also think Gigi, like this print of hers, very beautiful, and she comes with a Dole Whip, so what more could you ask for? And then mine are all very similar, I think, and three of them will definitely go together. We have Orange Bird in a crate of oranges. Oh, he's such a cutie. We have like kind of like what I'm going to call Aloha, Mickey and Minnie. We have Mickey kind of in like a tropical hideaway tiki room vibe. He has a Dole Whip. And then we have kind of Mickey and Minnie through the years in love, and I think the first three I showed you are all kind of like tropical, Polynesian-y. The colors you can see really go nicely together. So I'll probably do like a whole display with the three of them. And then the Mickey and Minnie one I will put up specifically like around Valentine's Day. Probably one of the cooler items in this haul is something that my husband bought. In one of the Disney Springs like Star Wars stores, he bought a deck of the card game Sabacc. It's almost like a coffin shape if you're looking for it, but it's the movie that oh my god, I can't think. Lando plays, and I'm sure a lot of other people play it, but I associate it with Lando. And John goes, oh, Sabacc, this will be really cool. We can play this. I know how to play this. And I was like, what do you mean you know how to play this? This is a made-up game from the Star Wars universe. What do you mean you know how to play this? And he goes, no, I know how to play it. So there are dice involved also, and so they're in here, and they give you instructions a little bit on the back. And I have no idea how to play this because we didn't get a chance to on the trip as we hoped, so I'm sure he'll be really excited that we can break into this now that I've shown it in the video. and we are finally on to the World of Disney bag. And there's some cool things in here, I think, because I can't remember. And then I do have one final item from Universal Studios that's a little unique, that has a story to it, so stick around for that one. And so the first thing, I got 3 reusable bags, and I usually don't really want to spend money on reusable bags because honestly I forget to use them, but I'm gonna have to start remembering because my city, Philadelphia, just recently outlawed plastic bags, like at the grocery store, Target, etc. And I'm like, I guess I have to get into the reusable bag life. Now it's a matter of I need to remember to bring them, so hopefully I can remember to leave these in the car. But we have the Hollywood Studios bag. You can see Tower of Terror on this other side. Then, of course, you have the Epcot bag, which I almost thought was like the Tomorrowland bag at first with like the color scheme. But then, you know, I do love that the other side does have the World Showcase. That is so pretty. That's one of my favorite things about Disney is the World Showcase. And we do have the Animal Kingdom bag. Unfortunately, the World of Disney did not have any Magic Kingdom bags, so I will have to get one of those. But this is pretty darn cool. So probably, again, another really good practical item that I bought. I don't remember what this is. This might be an ornament? Oh no, okay. I forgot on the trip, we went with our friends Jess and Chris, and Jess bought this for me while we were in the co-op next to Wonderground Gallery, and it's a trinket box that I really wanted, and it's the C for Cinderella Castle. I have a couple of the ABC collection mugs, but I didn't have any trinket boxes, and I really wanted one of them, especially the Cinderella Castle. So thank you so much, Jess. And I am definitely going to get a lot of use out of this. I'll probably put my rings in it while I'm like doing the dishes and cooking and stuff like that. So very practical again. Oh, another thing I forgot about. Oh my god, I'm so happy I bought this. I got a Thomas Kincaid puzzle, and it is the castle with the fireworks going off. Oh, this is so pretty. I can't wait to do this one. And usually I like to do my puzzles again and again, but I might need to frame this one. This one's gorgeous. Although they probably make a canvas of this, and maybe I could just buy the canvas if I really want that look. And it's 1,000 pieces, 27 inches by 20 inches, so fairly big. I'm really excited to try this. I cannot believe that I bought this. I totally forgot. They had a lot of great Thomas Kincaid puzzles, and it's hard to pick. It's really hard to pick, but I'm a sucker for anything that's actually representing the park. Okay. I might be missing something. I was pretty sure I bought myself an ornament, so I'm gonna have to look around for that. But maybe I'll show it to you in another video if I can't find it. But I bought something, and my friend Matt, you gave me a Disney gift card for my birthday, and I'm kind of considering this what you bought me. I've wanted this forever. It is a big pillow. Look, it's pushing me out of the frame. It's so big. And of course it says home, but the O is the castle with a little Mickey head cut out. I love the colors. This is like very neutral. You might not know this about me, but I'm not a very neutral person. Like, I have a lot of color in my house. So I actually think like a neutral pillow is a great thing because you can put it anywhere. But this will go perfectly anywhere in my house. Like, this will go in my bedroom, the couch, anywhere. And so little hangout zone, YouTube room, lots of places. I don't know where I want to put it. I am so obsessed with this though, and it's really comfy too. So a very good use of your souvenir money, I think. Like I said, if I find that ornament, I'm gonna put it in right now. If I can't, then I will show it to you in another video, but I am like 99% sure I bought an ornament. So I was able to find the ornament. It is this super cute little kind of like a tree hideaway for Chip and Dale, and there were so many of these, and you better believe I looked at every single side, every single face. Was the paint job good? Was everything perfect? And I just took it out of the box, so you can see tag's still on and everything. I just took it out of the box, and I don't know if you can see, but it got totally cracked. You can see it right here, cracked on the way home, and it's kind of all over, even into the side of the tree a little bit where Chip is. It was wrapped really well, so it's probably just unfortunate, and I'll probably just have to live with it. And it is super cute, but that is a shame that it got a little bit cracked in transit. All right, so the final item is, like I said, a kind of unique one from Universal Studios. Our very first night, we decided to end with the Jurassic Park River Adventure ride. And I don't love that ride. And the reason is because I don't like log flumes. Never met a log flume I liked. None of them. You might say, but even that one, I don't like them. I do not like log flumes. I don't like the sensation of them. I don't like how kind of jerky most of them are. I have some neck issues and not a fan. And I really hate getting wet. I'm like a cat. Like as soon as I get like a drop of water, like if I'm outside and it just rains drop on me, my back goes up like a cat. Like it really is true. Like I cannot stand getting wet on a ride, especially. But I figured it was our last ride of the night. We were heading out. If we were gonna do a water ride, that's when we were gonna do it, because then I could, if I got wet, I could just go back to the hotel. Well, it's a good thing we made that plan. I got so soaked on this ride, guys. So soaked, and no one else did. No one else did. John said he was like over here, and then our friends were on this side, and he thought it would be fun to, on the drop, kind of look this way, and he'd see all our reactions. Well, he said all he saw was me with, and I'm gonna explain why, but my mouth was hanging open like this, something like that, you know. And he said all he saw was the water. He said it was like a water cannon went off right in my face and only hit me. It just deluged right into my face. And no one else. Like John got a little bit of it from me, but a little tiny bit from like ricocheting off me, but no one else got wet. I'll have to insert a picture because I had to take a picture. You can see how soaked I was. My hair's like all pushed back, and it was fine. Like I wasn't miserable or anything because it was the last ride, and so the souvenirs, we bought the ride photo of it, so I'll show you that too. But my mouth is hanging open because I've been on this ride before, I think once or twice, but it was always during the day. And actually, I kind of remember saying to John, I didn't think the drop was that scary. Like, I kind of expected it to be worse. I think I hyped it up for myself and I expected it to be worse, so it wasn't as bad as I built it up in my head. And I was like, that was fine. Well, now we went on at night. And what I didn't realize is at night, when you're dropping, like, when you look at this picture, it looks super bright, but it wasn't. It was pitch black. I could not see anything. And I swear to you, I felt my heart stop. Like, I was so terrified that I just was like, I couldn't breathe. I felt like my heart wasn't beating. I felt like I just was so petrified. And then, of course, I'm like this, and all the water comes right into my face and my mouth. So it's like a double whammy. We later went on some scary rides at SeaWorld, and we also went on the Velocicoaster, which was terrifying. And yet, even though I cried. I did cry after Velocicoaster because I was so relieved I was alive. Like, and I mean like streams of tears, not just like a, oh my God, I'm crying and everyone's looking at me tears. But anyway, so even though that ride was that scary that it made me cry, and even though the rides at SeaWorld were super scary, this was the scariest moment I think I've ever had in my life. I was so petrified I could not even close my mouth or breathe. And so I'll show you that, but that's gonna do it for this haul after this picture. And let's see, there I am with the pink hair. And again, it looks super bright, but that's just because of the camera flash, I guess. Oh my God, look how huge John's beard is. And my mouth is hanging open. This might have been like a millisecond before I got splashed with water. I'm not sure, but it was something, guys. And you might be wondering, like, if that was so traumatic for you, which, oh my God, it was. I will never go on it at night ever again. Why would you buy the ride photo? Because honestly, I think I'm a good sport. I was very petrified, but as soon as it's over, you get over it, and it was funny, and we kept like definitely laughing about it the whole trip. So I'm glad that I have a memento to never forget that moment. All right, guys, this haul was a lot of fun. I kind of just like that I got to be a two-part haul. And oh, Disney Springs, I didn't get to talk to you guys too much about it. We did 2 different days of bar crawling, Disney Springs style. And if you haven't done it and you have a chance to, I highly recommend it. I'll let you know that over the course of 2 days, we went to Wine Bar George. Yes, yes. Get the cheese plates. Yes. Jock Lindsay's Hanger Bar. We went both days because it's our favorite bar on Disney property. Get either the sangria, the wrong island, or get the wings. Oh my god, get the wings. Oh, yeah, you'll thank me. And we went to House of Blues. Really, really strong drinks, really fun atmosphere. We didn't dislike anywhere we went. We went to Chef Art Smith's Homecoming. I've eaten there before. This time I got their huge hummingbird cake, which did not disappoint. I had to share it with mostly my friend Jess, but I think her husband helped us out a little bit, and we could not, the three of us together couldn't finish it. It was enormous, but it was so good. Definitely get it. And the drinks there were good. And then definitely, if you have not gotten a chance to go up to Paddlefish's rooftop bar. I mean, I wouldn't suggest it at like 2:30 in the middle of a hot July afternoon, but I think we went more like maybe 6:30 or 7, so it was still sunny out, but not brutally sunny. If the sun started to go down and you could see all of Disney Springs, it was so relaxing, and like nobody was up there. Like nobody knows about it, I guess. So go in and ask them if you could sit at the rooftop bar. You will not regret it. Probably the worst drinks and the worst drink selection of the trip, but still good. Just everywhere else kind of blew it out of the water, but the view, spectacular. And we also went, I feel like somewhere else. Oh, the boathouse. We did have drinks at the boathouse. That was the start of our second day of hopping. And the start of our first day hopping, we went to Raglan Road, and I got a really good drink there too. So I think that's everywhere. There are a few other places we would like to try in the future, so maybe next summer, but let me know if you have any good recommendations for bar hopping, and whether in Disney Springs or elsewhere. I'm always up for a good drink recommendation or good appetizer recommendation. We had a lot of fun. It was awesome. If you guys have been to Universal Studios recently and you want to share your thoughts, I would love to hear them, and I can't wait for them to open that next park. So at this point, we feel like we just want to be home. Like, we actually traveled safely quite a few times this year, especially, like I said, we went to Rhode Island. I got tattoos. John's tattoo artist is a bit of ways away as well, so we have to stay there if he gets tattooed. So we've just been all over the place a lot this year, since, you know, especially since getting vaccinated. And I think I'm ready to actually have more time at home. What we're calling like quarantine weekends, where we're quarantining ourselves, and it's like just him and I, and just video games and movies and fun. So probably we're going to be doing that a lot this year. And then our next big scheduled trip is with our family, fingers crossed it works out, back to Disney World in late June of next year, so of 2022. Looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment anything down below, and I'll see you real soon.